All right, welcome back, everyone, here to the channel for another discussion. Last discussion was Chinopolis clearing a hard game, so I guess we're gonna keep that trend because today I'm joined by FufuChicken. Welcome to the channel, FufuChicken.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Before we even go onwards and Chinopolis, you don't need to introduce yourself. Everybody knows you on the channel, but why FufuChicken? What is the Do you have a reason for the FufuChicken?
Oh, I do, yes, and it's kind of dumb. I when I was in middle school, I was a big listener of crust punk music and
Of
metal
what?
and crust punk. It's like a
Crust punk?
genre. It's a genre of punk music.
I've never heard of this genre. Shut up. Have you heard of this genre?
I think I've heard of it, but not the
Crust
music
punk? Like
itself.
Yeah,
Cruss?
yeah, it's stuff like Discharge. Maybe you've heard
Oh
them.
yeah, I know Discharge. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of in the vein of crust punk. And there was a song from Driller Killer called Futureless that I loved to death, and I ended up using it as my email handle.
Ha.
And then when I went on to like making other usernames, I just started using the first the beginning parts of Futureless Fufu as like part of my name. And so I added chicken to the end of it just because I really like chickens. I was partially raised in a farm down in Brazil, and my grandmother's farm, and there were a bunch of chickens over there, and I would hang out with them every day and hug them and play with them,
That's
That's
and
awesome.
amazing.
so yeah, I love chickens, and the beginning part is just from my handle, like
So it's not.
from
So
when
I
I was
mean,
like 13.
yeah, no, that's great. I love that story. That's amazing. I would have never guessed that. The closest I got was like maybe you played a lot of Battle Arena Toshinden in your day.
No, I don't know what that is even.
It's like a Fufu player. I think isn't there a character in there, Fufu, the guy who rides on
I
the
ca-
ball? He has these
I
big
can't
claws and he
remember.
rides on a giant
Yeah,
ball of
it's like a monkey
energy.
dude.
Yeah, right. Anyways, but we're not going to talk about Battle Arena Toshinden here. This is not an FGC podcast. We are going to talk about Battle Garegga, a different battle, a game that I have not cleared, a game that Chinopolis has cleared with a ton of every ship variant at least once, but a game that FufuChicken here just recently cleared. And so before we get into like, because we're going to talk about your clearance, so before we get into that, like we need sort of like the Reader's Digest version of like your journey with shmups and your journey with Garegga to start. Like, what led you to this point where you cleared Battle Garegga here? A couple of days ago. I think you cleared it live on Twitch, right? You were live when you cleared it.
Yes.
Yeah. So what led to that? Like years or whatever. Like, what's the full story of you and Battle Garegga, and then I guess technically you and shmups because I guess maybe that's a little bit important too.
Sure. So when I was a kid living in Brazil, in the 90s, arcades were very popular down there, and I used to love to get the chance to go to them either at like arcades themselves or just like at these like little party like outings like goings that would have like a what do you call them, like those like kind of like pirated arcade boards. So it was
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, like
really,
bootleg
Yeah,
arcade
yeah,
boards
yeah.
and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah, that where
bootleg
you could just
bootleg
like flash the ROM or whatever.
exactly. And they would have like the super crazy like ROM hack versions of stuff like Street Fighter 2 and
Oh,
shit.
that's
And it
Rainbow.
awesome.
was yes, that kind of stuff. It was super funny. And 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 yeah, I was just having a really good time whenever I would go out, but I just like didn't usually have a lot of money to spend on actually like being able to get a bunch of quarters and put in like tons of attempts on games. So most of the time I would just go and like play for an hour testing out a bunch of different games and then go home, and it never became more than just like a fun experience for me. But as I grew up into an adult, and I didn't go to arcades since I was like 9 years old, it just became like a really nice memory of mine. And as I found out about like emulators and that that I would be able to like play these cool arcade games for free without having to spend money on them and have multiple attempts on my own. In my like late 20s, I kind of got interested in like checking out some of these games, and what I remember bringing me back to them, like particularly was playing Gradius 5 on the PlayStation. I think it was PlayStation 2. And that like reminded me of like, man, I really used to love these kinds of games. And it's not like I even cleared Gradius 5 on a 1cc or anything when I was playing it. I just like kind of like credit fed it, and I thought that it was fun. I had a good time with it because it was a rental game for me at the time. And then later on in my 30s, 2018, I think it was when I had like a real like feeling of like I want to try to get good at one of these games. I think that they're really cool, and I decided to make my first game that I got into to get a 1cc of was Battle Garegga.
Whoa, hold up.
Yeah.
Stop the what? I'm sorry. You picked Greg as your first. Wait. What did you know about Battle Garegga before you decided this was going to be 1cc? Was it purely a, hey, this game looks cool. I like it. I've played it before. It seems neat. Like, it's not probably terribly difficult for the first few stages, and it's got cool ships. I could probably do this. Or was there a reputation that the game had that you already knew about before you decided that was going to be your first?
The only thing I knew about it was its music and its visuals.
That's awesome.
So you're basically like Chinopolis, who's just, you got the soundtrack.
Your whole story is such a parallel to mine. Except for me, it wasn't arcades; it was rentals because there was no shmup arcades around here. But basically, everything you said was pretty much my journey, even up to like the year of starting.
That's great. You guys, you are not the same person though, right? This isn't you doing two voices. Two different people. No, that's awesome. So you picked, okay, so 2018, you decided, all right, I gotta get good at one of these games. I'm just gonna you kind of put your finger in the air and said, yeah, Garegga, whatever. Like, it's got good music. We'll start there.
Right. I had heard the soundtrack, and I thought it was incredible. And I was like, I was looking at some of the visuals for the gameplay, and I thought, like, I really love pixel art. I think it's beautiful, and seeing some of the animations and visuals, I was just like, man, this looks like a fucking awesome game. That the music's really good, and as far as music goes with games like shmups, for me, if it has like a soundtrack that I can really enjoy, and then I think that it's catchy, it makes replaying it over and over to get a clear, like, super doable. As long as I can like enjoy the music, like as I'm playing through it. Generally speaking, I can push through pretty much any shmup.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I 100% agree.
Well, speaking of pushing through, I mean that was 2018, and you got your clear here in the year of our Lord, what, 2024? What are we in? So we have a lot of catching up to do story wise between 2018 and 2024. Oh. That's a solid 6 years.
But that's the thing is that I managed to get my first clear of Battle Garegga in around like 2020. This clear here isn't my very first ever in my life.
Okay. I was under the impression that there was one of your first.
No, it's a clear after 4 years. I think it's been 4 years since I got an actual arcade clear, because I managed to get my first clear, and then I just like kind of dropped.
It took you 2 years for your first clear, basically, on and off, or like, how did you? Was that just like, because you started in 18, you said your first clear was in 2020. Was that just like, did you play other games in between, or did you just really focus on that game for a couple of years?
Yeah, I was playing other games like in between. I would like put some time into Battle Garegga, switch to other games. I think around the same time I was also playing like Zero Ranger.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even tell you exactly what other games I was playing, but it wasn't like the only game that I focused on. But yeah, I managed to get a clear after a couple of years of trying, and like as far as like playing just Battle Garegga went, I think it was like maybe a few months straight of wow. Like just focusing on it.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. and that was when I first started streaming. In fact, when I got the Battle Garegga clear, I had like the very beginnings of my FufuChicken account, and I didn't like know really anything about streaming, and I didn't like keep replays. I didn't keep VODs. I didn't care about any of that stuff. I didn't think of it much about it as much of anything besides a hobby.
Playing the games.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. So I didn't think about it much at all until like recently. Now that I took a break off of Twitch and I came back to it, I'm like, I should make like proper recordings of the clears that I do manage to get, which is what I'm doing now.
So there is no record of that 2020 clear that we could view?
Nothing.
That's awesome.
As an aside to streaming, you probably don't remember this, Fufu, but my very, very first stream, I can't remember, sometime around 2020, I was streaming for my very first game on Twitch, Starship Hector. And the very first person who ever chatted in my channel was FufuChicken.
Wow.
He just popped in and said shmups.
Dude, I don't even remember that.
Yeah. I know, yeah. Well, like, that's been at least 3-4 years.
Because for you, it was a Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean,
but for Chinapas, you were the first person, to walk to jump in and say shmups.
But I do remember meeting you very early. Because when I would stop streaming, like whatever I was running at that time, I would like try to interact with other people that are running shmups. And yours is one of the channels that I
remember
found
you popping in a couple times. When I was playing, I think I was playing Gun Frontier. You popped in a couple times.
Yeah, I remember Gun Frontier for sure.
I was just struggling on that game, and you'd pop in and give some words of encouragement.
Ass, dude.
Yeah.
The shmups Twitch community is usually not everyone, usually pretty supportive and good about jumping in and offering some energy. I do like that, and that's actually where I met you as well, FufuChicken. But for me, it was R-Type Leo. I think I rated you or something, and like you were playing, or vice versa. Maybe you rated me, but I remember like you were playing R-Type Leo, and then I was playing some R-Type Leo, and I was like, I remember coming in and because I was new to this scene, I remember coming in and being like, "Hey, you cleared this?" And you were like, "No, I'm just playing it because it's fun. Maybe I'll get a clear. I don't know. I just really like this music. I'm just gonna keep playing it, and if I get a clear, whatever." So I was like, "Oh, wow." Nice. That's a very refreshing attitude.
You were on quite a bit. You streamed quite a bit for a while there.
Yeah,
for sure.
So now we're back. This is the first recorded. This is your first recorded Garegga clear, and so here's what we'll do. We'll jump into the clear, and I want you to talk through some of your strats as we're going through, because I know you were saying this is like. I mean, I guess folks who are. I struggle with trying to figure out how to frame this, because it's like, do we explain Battle Garegga to the folks at home?
We'll give some cliff notes.
I think we have to explain some basic cliff notes as we go through, but ultimately, I think Battle Garegga. Everyone should be aware that Battle Garegga is a game that responds to things that you do in the game in a very direct way. So, and that affects the entire game, which is known as rank. And that rank meter you're going to see in the top right corner of the screen here in a bit is basically the ongoing difficulty of the game at that given time. As it goes up, the game becomes more difficult. As it goes down, the game becomes a little bit easier. That affects bullet speeds, and it also affects, I think, patterns as well, perhaps. I think in some cases, special cases, you get additional patterns, but it definitely affects
at higher rank,
HP
certain
as
bosses
well.
will do different patterns.
Yep. I know it affects boss health points and a couple other smaller things.
Oh yeah, the beauty is, of course, with that with this game is that there are many ways to approach the rank. You can either just take it head on and try and outskill it, which can take you to it. People have done. You can try to manage it via resources, scoring, SDs, and cycling lives, getting more score, or we can do what apparently Fufu has done here and play very conservatively, which I'm interested to see.
Me too, because I have not cleared this game, and I want to learn from the two people who have here, and maybe people at home can learn a little bit too. Is there anything you wanted to mention before we jump into the clear? Is there anything like mindset that you want to talk about?
Sure, I do. I this is the only way that I have ever learned to clear Battle Garegga arcade mode. I was really into Battle Garegga Premium mode as well, which was a PS4 only edition, and it was like a super fun way to play the
Premium
game.
mode's great.
I've missed Premium mode with like multiple ships, and I thought that was like super fucking fun. But as far as arcade goes, the only way I've ever learned to clear this game was through this exact strategy that you're going to see here. And there are like two schools of thought that come with a survival clear of Battle Garegga. And one is to, and this is like the most often used one that I notice is to score well, use those extends to SD and lower your rank exponentially.
To suicide your ship, to destroy your own ship and lower your rank, right?
Right. Or to not pick up medals whatsoever and play very underpowered for as long as possible in order to
stretch that lower rank. Yeah.
Yes, both work, and it just depends on what kind of frustrations you're willing to put up with. if you're okay with dealing with playing as like an underpowered, very like a underperforming version of your ship for a longer period of time, then no medals is the way to go. But if you're able to deal with the frustration of losing your medal chain and not being able to get as many as extends as you're planning on, then medal chaining is the way to go for you. Either one works. It just depends on what frustrations you feel like putting up with. And here in this replay, you'll see that mine is about just playing very underpowered for a longer stretch of time.
Just to make it clear for those who don't know, it's not just score that's tied into rank. It's everything. It's your auto fire speed, how many options you have, how much you're shooting.
Yes.
So
how much you're shooting, playing right? Every bullet you fire. I mean, this game is it is the craziest spider web of coding technology. Like, I mean, there's others like Batrider and Battle, but Creator are the three games that have this kind of style, but they're all very different. But I still feel like Garegga is the one where the stuff is more impactful because, like, okay, Buckrade has similar sort of things, but the strategies are just so much more different with the multiplier and things like that. You can get, like, I don't know, 3 extends all of a sudden or whatever. Like, and then Batrider, I mean, Shinobu, you can probably speak to it better than I can, but Batrider is a whole nother.
Batrider's a little less flexible. It's because it's got the life limit thing, which that's a whole other can of worms. But all that being said, we don't want to scare people off from Battle Garegga. Yeah, it's seemingly complicated. There's a lot that goes into it. But like we were saying, there's a lot of different ways to approach it. And even within those ways, the game has a lot of flexibility. So like if you're trying to score and you drop a life here and there, the rank drops, so you can possibly recover.
Well, that's what we're going to see today, right? We're going to see that. We're going to see that, but also more importantly, and here's the kicker. This is what you guys at home don't know is Fufu cleared on Twitch. This is not your Twitch clear. So you cleared on Twitch what, the 22nd of February, the day before this replay?
Right. Yes.
So all right. So you cleared on Twitch and you were like, "Yes, I got it." And I was like, "Yes, you got it. I want to see this low rank strat. I'm so excited to see
this." I even rated you.
Yeah.
Right after.
No, that's why we're here. We're here because Fufu rated me. I was playing Raiden Fighter's Jet, and I was like, man, fuck this game. And then Fufu was like, I was like, what did you do? And Fufu was like, man, I just fucking cleared Garegga. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, and my eyes lit up, and I was like, I don't care about what I'm doing over here, just dicking around. I was so excited for you. I was like, we gotta do this. And then you were like, yeah, it was like a low rank clear. And then he messages me the next day in the morning, like, listen, I don't know if you're at work or whatever, but like we have to talk. That whole video is gone.
Oh my god.
So what happened? Yeah. Like, tell the people what happened, man.
So, and this is something that I should have been like more prepared for, and in a way I was kind of preparing for it in the event of it, which I messaged you about, but it didn't even matter. So so I noticed that some of my VODs were being dropped. Yeah, I noticed that some of my VODs were being dropped because I had recorded a non-shmup video that I had been playing. Like I was playing through Dead Space. I was also playing through like a Pokemon game, and those VODs were just like gone, and I don't know what even happened to them, and then my battle Garegga, just like practice attempts. They were also weren't there, but whatever. I didn't think too much of it outside of it just being annoying. But after I got the clear, I like was a little worried that it might happen again. But that time I downloaded it. So I was like, okay, I'll just download it just to be safe.
Immediate download in case it gets deleted after the fact.
Yeah.
And then I fell asleep. I didn't really think too much about it. Next day, I woke up in the morning and I saw that my VODs were gone. I was like, oh my god, thank God I downloaded the fucking replay.
You had the download.
I went to the download. It was fucking corrupted.
Oh my god. Oh,
like what a no. You know when it like leaves it as like a CR download file or something like that. It was like that. So it didn't open, and I was just like, my jaw was open. I was like it fell to the floor. I was just like, what the fuck, dude? So in pure frustration, I got the PS4 out, connected it, and I was like, I need to get this clear.
Oh, yeah.
So how many attempts did it take? But it looks like you got it really quickly.
It took me like 3 more hours.
Dang,
okay,
it's still
okay. That's a lot.
And that was like
a decent amount.
And that was like right in the morning. Just like fucking woke up and then fucking battle Garegga the fuck out of it for like 3 years for like 3 hours. But thank God that it happened, because it would have been really annoying to like talk to Aktane about this and be like, oh yeah, cool, let's run this replay and everything. Then it's gone, and then there's nothing to show for it. So I'm really thankful
right? I'm on the
that
left side of the
running...
screen and I'm dodging. Right now, pretend the medals. See, I'm dodging around them.
Right. So I'm really glad that throughout that frustration and whatever that actually managed another clear.
Well, no, but that's what I think is so interesting, because now, and then after he tells me that, I go, oh, now I'm even more interested, because it's consistent enough that you just got another clear the day after in the morning with frustration, with mental guard breaks of like having lost your previous clear, which to me, honestly, I'd be like, that's it. I'm never playing Garegga.
Yeah, that's
like,
tough to come back from.
It's so hard to come back from. And so to me, and maybe it doesn't speak to it, so maybe it's a lucky clear, I don't know. But to me, it speaks to how consistent the strategy is, and it makes me even more interested in seeing what in the hell you did.
No, the strategy is sound. Like, it is sound. I
Let's
got
do
the
it.
clear
Let's get in.
with using the strategy before too. It works.
All right. See, that's the thing. You have to remember too, Garegga, there is RNG in this game. I mean,
there is.
Even with the good strategy, the game is just going to kill you sometimes. But you gotta stack the odds.
We're gonna talk about that too, because I think there's, and I know enough about this game to be dangerous. I just don't know anything past. Well, I mean, I've seen all of the game multiple times.
You've gotten to Blackheart 2.
I've gotten to Blackheart 2 once, yeah, and I've sessioned Blackheart 2, and the winder is not my problem anymore. But anyways, let's this isn't about me. So here we go. Diving in here. Oh, by the way, I like that your timestamp on this was like 8 a.m. Is that true? Did you wake up at like 5 a.m. and play Garegga for 3 hours until like getting it clear?
That's awesome.
All right. So off the bat, I see immediately you got your.
I think
what's the matter?
Is it you playing it?
No. I paused it. I paused it because off the bat, I see you went straight to 10 hertz on your RFR. So that's like your standard, golden bat scenario.
Yes.
Yeah, there is no rank difference between 8 and 10 hertz. So there's no reason not to use 10 hertz.
Simple stage 1 here. You are not shooting. You are not shooting at all. You have not shot anything. Also, you don't have pink bullets. What is happening here? So first of all, no pink bullets. You didn't shoot anyone. You went off and took out some ground enemies. So why are you avoiding the air enemies and shooting just some of the ground enemies? Is that for bomb purposes?
It's so that you can manage rank a little bit easier during the beginning of the game. If you limit your firing during stage 1, you can save your first SD for the middle of stage 2 instead of the end of stage 1 or the beginning of stage 2.
Interesting.
So you can see here just like no firing whatsoever if I don't.
Extremely conservative play. Yeah, this is not at all how I approach the game.
No, it's super fascinating, and like I guess I'm just trying to figure out like why are you killing certain enemies and not killing others? Is it just basically by feel, or do you specifically have a route where you're kill these 4 guys, let this guy live kind of thing? Whoa!
That was a little close.
I'm only killing things that are gonna be aggressive.
I love low rank. whatever nose.
Low rank
laughing or
plus the
whatever that
power
is.
of Golden Bat.
It's just,
Golden Bat has piercing shots that do very heavy damage. But as a downside, Golden Bat generates a little bit more rank than the other ships. Piercing bullets generate more rank in general.
But as an upside, the rank per shot doesn't increase on the Golden Bat all the way to power level 4.
Ah, okay.
Like so power level 1 through 4 is all the same rank, which is fucking awesome.
all right, we got flamingos. Okay. All right, that's 1 bomb on flamingos. Second, 2 bombs on flamingos. That should get you not a great flamingos, to be honest. But maybe that's because you have low power.
No, they weren't good. They weren't
okay.
Good
Was that just
that's another piece of
RNG?
RNG.
I've had flamingos that give me 1 million.
Oh yeah, of course. If I don't get a life on that flamingo, I just turn the PlayStation off and go outside. Like I'm done. Like, so you're not getting any power ups, no medals, dodging everything. So now just for the folks at home,
either.
Yeah, no options either. So basically, everything other than ground bombs are a bullet. Basically.
Yes, you got it. For now, anyway.
For now.
Yeah, at this point, I'm up to power level 3 with 2 options.
This part gets sketchy with this big tank. I'm curious if you routed this. Okay, you do the around the world method. Okay, gotcha.
Ah.
Yep. I picked that up from Ildees, actually, another shmup streamer, Italian shmup streamer.
Yeah, it's so cool seeing all the different ways to approach the
game.
This is just totally different.
The options. Okay, I've seen this strat as well. Okay, now you're dancing to the music. Very good, very good. Chilling on stage 2. Misdirects here. When you're doing, if you're doing like scoring, these guys give you buku big medals, but also they're just sort of dangerous to pick up. I really like how consistent. Yeah, that was such a consistent survival strat against those guys.
You have to be patient to play like this too. I'm not quite that patient.
I don't know if that's true, Mr. Dad Gamer, but this is all right. Madball 1. No power, literally no power. Not even a single small power, right? Like you're 0 power, 0 options at this point.
So the thing about getting a shot power up at this point of the game is that I've noticed that it's counterintuitive. If you get shot power 2 before your first SD, you're not going to be able to even maintain it for your next time that they increase shot power.
But you haven't SD'd yet, right? You haven't SD'd at all.
Exactly, I haven't done it yet. Now I'm going to pick up a shot power.
Okay.
Oh, big shot. Okay, yeah. Picking up a big shot is less of an increase than picking up 3 small shots.
Do you always get a big shot right there?
Yes.
Wow, less than a % rank going into stage 3.
All right, time out. Hold up. Yeah, that's incredible. First of all, your rank right now is mind-blowing. That's crazy. But I'm more interested in, was that an item order scenario of getting the big power-up, or do you always get a big... when you SD, like
on SD, it's always big.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right.
And you'll also notice he is perfectly suited to get another extend with that low rank.
929 right now, just approaching here.
Now, so to real quick to recap the shot power up thing, why I don't pick up the previous shot power up is because if you pick up, like if I picked up the shot power 2 and then SD'd and pick up the shot power again, it would put me again at shot power 2. With like an increase of rank for no reason. So that's why I stayed at shot power 1 for the entirety of stage 2.
Because you drop down already anyways. But in this case, you didn't drop down because you're just already at the bottom.
Yeah,
so
okay.
There's no loss. It's like very optimal, no loss of material goods for exchange and rank because you didn't have any goods to give up. And so you just went up instead of going down. So you reduced rank, and everyone at home can see, I'll put the mouse pointer here, you guys can't see it, but they can, the big cliff at the top right of the screen here. That's the rank decreasing when he killed himself on Madball, on that previous boss. And so now that's that big cliff. It's dropped down to about 1%, and we're going to start here in stage 3.
So yeah, stage 3, less than 1% rank. With one SD, it's incredible how low rank you can get.
So
if you
these
enemies,
I find these ones to be kind of annoying without options because they go off screen and go around and behind you. I'm talking about that one right there that you shot in the face. Yeah, the little bikes. Is this just like repetition? Do you die here a lot, or do you pretty much feel like this is still very consistent with low power?
No, it's tough. I
Okay.
100% believe that this can be one of the more annoying stages.
Oh yeah, I would agree.
Okay.
Good.
If you
Three is
had
definitely a
two
wall.
options, it would be
I
a
usually
lot
have
easier.
two. Yeah.
But it's just not worth the
Yeah.
rank increase.
Okay, now how would you
For-
do
for
here?
me.
Oh, okay, you go around the right side. I see. Okay, because I always find it annoying to not hit the right things there when you're trying to like sneak a medal out of those without touching other stuff.
Oh yeah, little. Yeah.
But
God, the music's so good here.
but once you
Yeah,
get shot power 3 on Golden Bat, you're pretty good, because now you have a pretty wide spread, so it's not as bad.
So all right. So real quick recap as far as the things you've physically picked up at this point from the air or the ground, I guess I should say. You've gotten only small bombs, no big bombs, obviously, because you haven't seen any. You've got no medals. You've picked up no shot power ups other than one SD. You picked up two big shot
Yeah.
power ups. One was at the end of stage 2 when you SD'd, and the second one was just then and there
Yes.
on the corner. So literally the only things you've picked up out of the air are small bombs and two big shot power ups and nothing else. Correct?
You got it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
That's crazy. Okay. This is like when you go and you're trying to combine the coupons at the grocery. You're like, look, if I have this coupon, right? But then I got this coupon. It didn't say you can't use this coupon with this coupon. This should cost me 1 cent. This should be 1 cent if you think about it, really.
All right, now the hovercraft.
Yeah,
if you destroy all the parts
Yeah.
of the hovercraft and then destroy it after it stops moving, you get a secret extend.
Not all the parts. You have to destroy the left and right portions of it. You don't have to destroy like the.
You don't destroy the back.
The left and right back, but you don't have to destroy the turret, for example.
Yeah, the center
Oh,
turret
yeah.
can stay alive.
Yeah, that's right. Because I would seal it sometimes. I have a
Yes.
short video on how that works.
And also, you want to keep that turret alive because once you kill that turret, it does that big spread.
Just as an aside for rank, sealing bullets also increases rank. So you can actually get screwed here. If you seal that turret right when it's about to shoot, it will jump your rank about like 5%.
Yes, I've seen that before, and it's incredible.
Oh yeah,
Fucking crazy.
At this point your rank would be doubled if that was to happen. It can really screw around.
Was that unintentional or intentional?
Yes.
Looks like
No,
right,
it was purposeful. It was purposeful.
right
Yeah,
before
back
you
to
got
exactly. I think you lose 5% rank. Well, it
Yes.
depends on how many lives you have. It's like more or less lives
So
you
you
have.
went
But you
from-
basically did.
hold on, real quick. You went from 4.5 down to 0 again, basically, or 5
Yeah.
ish.
At 2 lives, you lose about 5%. And I didn't want to suicide later than this. This is like a perfect suicide spot right here.
Okay.
So I just wanted to go ahead and do it.
So that's one thing that's
Yeah.
really important, like for folks at home. Okay, when you suicide in this game, a couple things happen, right? The first thing, obviously, rank goes down, which you've seen here. Now went from 5-ish down to 0. That rank decrease is based on, just like you said, Fufu, it's based on how many lives you have in stock at the time. So if you're stocking up 5-6 lives and you
lose less than a percent. I
you
think
don't
you
lose
go
any.
from 5 to 4.
Yeah, but if you have like 1 life or 2 lives, I think 1 life is even more, right? It's like 6 or 7%.
Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah,
6%ish, I think.
yeah, that's what I recall. Something in the 6 range. And so he's got 2 lives. Well, he's got 1 now because he SD'd. That went down because you had 2 lives. You went down 5%. The other thing I want to mention that's really important is you said this is a good SD spot. And
Yes.
I think that's really important for a couple reasons. One, like I've had scenarios where, and just speaking from my own experience, where I've SD'd in a spot where like the shrapnel from my SD like kills the wrong thing or shoots off into the direction that it doesn't need to be or isn't used well if it needs to be used well, because the actual act of suiciding does hurt things.
On my clears, I have a very specific spot like that I use the shrapnel to weaken a boss a specific amount. I can bomb it for an optimal amount of score.
And the second thing I was going to say is if you suicide, one thing and I don't know if Fufu, you would agree with me, or in Chinopolis, you guys keep me honest here, but I have had scenarios where I've flushed almost an entire run because I suicided close to the edge of the screen or died close to the edge of the screen.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to die on the edge of the
Yes.
screen.
My options and my shot things fell off the edge of the screen. I couldn't get
Yugawa
them back.
will reach out from the side of the screen and actually grab your options, leaving you completely naked.
Yep.
I've also noticed that, so because of that shrapnel, you've got this boss pretty low, like 39. That's dangerously low. And I think you were playing on MAME before, not on PS4. Like
I just had to feel it out.
you should feel it
Yeah,
out? Okay.
you gotta just know it.
And so, reason guys, we're talking about this. There you go. You got your big shot. So now you're back up to exactly the same amount. Only picked up small bombs. This boss gives you an extend as long as you kill it.
If you
while
kill
it's
it
on
when
that
it
thing.
stops right
Yeah,
there.
it's
Yep.
got to stop. And this comes some navigation. Okay, one small, one big. Is that intentional, or did you not mean to get the small?
The small one, I didn't want to get it, but there was no way around it, and I wanted to.
Yeah,
get the shot
it's not
power.
it's a very minimal increase if you just grab one.
Okay, cool.
One thing you can kind of consider, you don't really have to consider, is frame rank, which is permanent increases in rank per second. But I honestly don't really pay too much attention to that. It's not something you need to.
I
worry too
noticed
much
that
about.
you didn't shoot there while there was nothing happening, just to conserve bullets. I also noticed that you do around the world on that. That's interesting. I've actually never seen that strategy before. I like it. That was smooth. I like that bomb too.
I think
Plan bomb.
I think my strategy. Yes, it was. I think that my strategy on this boss is pretty consistent. You'll see.
Yeah, it's so much
Like, it's
like
smooth.
it's so chill. I dodge a lot on this boss. I find it to be fun. I really enjoy dodging this boss, but
This is more or less how I approach the boss.
but I've seen dude, what are you guys talking about? I've never even seen those missiles.
I try.
go.
The missiles don't come out until you destroy all the side things. So if you delay them just a little bit, you can get more damage in the middle. It's a fun boss.
But nothing big there. You're just killing the boss, right? Okay, so now you're approaching an extend here, scoring wise, because it's 1.5 million for the extend.
No, it's every million.
Oh, it's every million. Sorry,
You're thinking about you're ever thinking of Bat Rider.
I'm thinking about it right. Sorry, so you already got your extend last game, right?
Yeah.
Right after you SD'd or before you SD'd? It was right. Actually,
It was right. It was right
It was
before
after
he did.
the first SD. After
Yeah.
the first SD, I got my extend.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
Okay, then that is perfect. That's what you guys want to do. Like I said at home, like you want to suicide and then get your extend, not the opposite way around, because then you get less of a rank decrease.
Yes.
So I will say that the Golden Bat is a phenomenal ship for this no meddling and low power approach, because the primary shot gets such a generous spread as you increase the shot power that it makes options not really that much of a necessity.
Yes,
I
and
noticed
there's like
you
as
didn't
opposed
go
to
well, because options also help me in some cases narrow the shot, but you don't have to worry about that option formation scenario at all. You're just like, I don't need that button right now.
Yep. Some risky
Yeah.
dodges there.
yeah,
a little
I always
bit.
bomb this section. There you
we
go.
go.
Okay.
I've done both. I've done bombs, and I'm feeling saucy today. Nice tap dodge.
Yeah,
on
so-
these. Boom,
Certain
boom.
ships like Grasshopper, you gotta have options. It's got such a narrow shot. But yeah, Golden Bat, it can do pretty well.
So you don't
the
go
big
for any of
tanks,
the big
including the
bombs
previous-
here, basically.
Yeah,
looks
if you
like?
destroy all the treads on these big tanks, you get a big bomb. Like you might get one. Oh no, I guess not.
No, I don't get one. I was very unlucky here.
Yeah, you gotta kind of focus your shot a little bit.
on the side. Well, but you didn't. But it
Well,
doesn't-
focus where you're shooting.
It doesn't
I
sound like
suppose.
it matters that much though, because look at his bomb stock anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, thankfully, when you play without meddling whatsoever, you get a lot of extra bombs because you don't use them to open up like extra medals.
yeah, I suppose I don't really use bombs that open up extra medals when I play meddling. I play kind of like a conservative meddling. All I want is that beginning of stage 3. Everything, and then I basically just keep that chain until that chain naturally dies, and then go forget it. Like I don't bomb the rails here, for example. I don't do anything like that. I just want like one free extend at the beginning of the game when it's fair. I actually really like fighting this boss on lower rank. You are at
Good
7.
old satanic surfer.
7. Like the tail just died. The low rank boss fights? What is even happening? Nice bomb. Was that an intentional bomb on the surfer?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Why? Out of
It makes it
curiosity.
free.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
It
so
is
sometimes
pretty
you just gotta. Yeah, I think I'm usually doing good to be below 15% at this point.
All right, now the game starts. So usually
Yeah.
around this point, for most people using a low rank strategy, they abandon their strategy around here and just go for.
Ooh.
Was that on purpose?
It sure
Looked like
was.
it was.
Interesting.
Man,
Why that exact spot?
this is definitely low.
I wanted to keep the rank control like even further, and so I decided to SD again.
Okay, I like it.
That's awesome.
I don't start hoarding my lives until the next stage.
Got it. Yeah. So the typical
Yeah.
strategy I've heard, and Janopolis keeping honest here as well, is like, or at least what I do is once I have 2 options until this stage. Once I hit this stage, it's all bets are off. I
this
go to get
is
my
usually
homing
whenever I
options,
start
my search
gaining-
or whatever.
getting
like,
power
I
and
actually usually go
resources.
search because search is better against my card. But
Then you're in for a surprise then.
okay, let's see. Because right now you're not even shooting, so it's a little different from what I was doing.
yeah. I'll get all options. I'll get my special power level. I'll get everything here.
So let's see how you handle the carriers. Get the small bombs. Are you setting up anything here? Let's see.
Yeah, like
No setups.
for certain option formations, depending on what items you drop. If you on the 5th one, say if you drop 5 small bombs and then pick up an option, it'll give you homing options. And then for shots, I think it's dropping 5 small and then picking up the next one gives you a secret power level. I will go for that sometimes, but it's hard to maintain, hard to get, so it's just kind of a bonus.
Yeah, I will not pick up a single option.
I'm seeing right now the lack of. But also
usually
the game,
I'll see people.
But the game seems very reasonable, though. I don't think you need it. That was a little
not that
risky,
bad.
but it's really not that bad. Like, this reminds me of like a Chorenshaw Stage 4 or something like that. Nothing too crazy. Like, you're not getting totally.
The power of the golden bat and the piercing is just
it's
totally balancing out not having options.
Although I will say you are having to do some risky dodging here. Not risky, but let's just say specific dodging to make sure you kill the carriers. If you don't, they will keep firing those spread shots.
Oh
at you.
yes, yeah.
And that's fine when you have options or something to, like, homing options or something to be able to just run away.
Yeah, this is where I at least get search.
Yeah, because then you can just run away and you don't have to play really. But so you were having to
Like this part right here. This part gets a little saucy.
Yep, it does. So let's see. Using the right side, the right flank of the of the spread shot there. Okay, are you just gonna seal it?
I'm leaving it. Yep, I'm just leaving it.
Oh, what? That was. You didn't have to do that.
A little close.
You didn't have to do that. Okay.
Man, another one. You're right before the extend to 0% rank. We're got a clean slate here. A
This
totally
is
clean slate.
Incredible. This is mind blowing to me. And here's no.
This guy.
And
There's the extend.
Or this
One.
boss.
Yeah, nose laughing too. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, look, with that low rank, it's just gonna get melted.
It's not about that part. It's about the next phase. Oh.
Oh
what?
yeah, well yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I told you he's gonna get melted.
There's no
With
next
that low
phase.
rank.
No. What, that dumbass phase where you have to do all the. And if you guys don't know at home, this character,
Dude, 40
this boss,
was it 45 health? Madball 2. I've never actually
Both
fought this
Mad
boss
Balls
straight
are
up.
RNG bosses, fully random bosses. So you could.
I
lose
refuse to
here.
fight this thing. You get what, one rotation? That's awesome.
I mean, it could have been a bad rotation though. You could have gotten the really fast balls or something. Like,
I would bomb 100%.
Okay. Yeah.
That's awesome. And you're still getting a little bit of score. I mean, you get a set amount of score just from killing stuff.
Yes.
So it's not like you don't get any extends at all.
Fufu has the best coupons. That's all I know. He isn't paying for anything. So we are 13 minutes. We're halfway into the run and not a single option. Oh my God! You got an option.
The first
The
option.
first option.
Wow,
Wow.
can you talk about
Halfway
timing?
through the game.
That's completely
Exactly
lucky.
halfway.
Yeah. So you're aiming it ahead. You're just going for the kill here. It looks like. Oh, some spicy dot. I still can't believe you don't use pink bullets. Are you mad? What are you doing?
That's how I got used to Garegga. I can't
Yeah.
unget used to it.
It's that Brazilian schmupper. Like, you don't care about all this millennial pink bullets shit. You're like, look, all right, back in my day, all right, we walked uphill both ways to the fake Garegga machine and had to pay for it.
Setting up homing for the next
Two
stage, I'm
options.
assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
That is for the homing.
Okay, let's back
Yeah,
up.
that's
Let's back up and
probably
address this. So
Yeah, right there. Dropping the 5 bomb fragments.
yeah, but that's oh, there we go. Perfect. I was gonna say that's 7.
That's how I set it up too.
But there we go.
That's one of the easiest.
Now,
places
the
to
one
set
thing
it
you
up.
have to be someone told me about this. I was confused as to how true it is. You got to make sure there's none on the wings, right? Because if
Yes,
there's,
that is correct. I actually, that very first wing, he picked up the 3. I
saw
actually don't
that.
even shoot those. In my clears, I don't even shoot those little guns there. I just run away from them. Just that way I don't have to worry about trying to grab them before they go off screen.
Blackheart 1. pretty tough
Yes.
fight. You have 1 extend, 2 options, and pretty much nothing else.
Yeah,
I
the-
see you're
the
actually
Blackheart
fighting
fights-
the baby Blackhearts, which those guys can shoot
Yeah,
really fast.
This is
Your
the second one
rank
you got to
is low
worry
enough
about.
that you don't need to
Yeah.
worry about it.
The first one you don't have to worry too. It's the second one where they get nasty.
But the Blackheart fights are my favorite fights in the game.
Yeah.
Both
Oh, yeah.
Blackheart
So
1
good.
and Blackheart 2.
Yeah.
They're
Well, but
classic.
okay,
One of the
right
best
now it's your
fights in
favorite
shmups.
fight in the game. There's nothing really happening. You should see Blackheart on like 45 rank or whatever the fuck it is I have, 35 or whatever. Well, what is this?
It's funny if you get high enough
Actually,
rank
this
on
is
this one.
about
This
the
thing will
same.
it will actually do a winder on the first fight.
I do get winders in the first fight.
No,
There's a
like
winder right
a
there.
winder, like
What
a
do you
fast
mean?
winder,
Oh. I
like a
don't know what you mean.
Blackheart 2 winder on the first fight if your rank gets crazy enough.
Oh, interesting. I was gonna say that's a winder right
That's
there.
you have to be really high rank though. That's not something you're normally going to see.
Also, I bombed the winder on this for this one. So
As long as you don't stop like whenever it stops, it's fine.
well, but sometimes he goes twice. Oh, he was
Well,
about to
then
try
you-
to. Oh, so those that don't know, that was about 10 seconds away from imminent death. So you,
No.
if you-
That's you're thinking of the second one.
no. I'm
First
not.
one, it just moves to the side, then
No.
goes up.
No, it will not. It will go right off the side and kill you. I'm serious.
Oh, if you okay, no, that's RNG. It shouldn't do that. It should go
What?
over to the side. Yeah. If you get
9
bad,
times
that's-
out of 10, when he does that pattern and starts moving to the side for me, I just panic because he's taking me right off the side of the fucking cabinet.
I've had that happen once or twice, but it shouldn't do that
once
too
or
much.
twice. Fucking once or twice out of 2.
Yeah, I've
anyways,
had that happen before too.
it
It's
sounds like
really frustrating when it does.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
and
luckily you
and
killed it before.
The second one has a couple things it can do that are really annoying too, but we'll get to that when we
So,
get
anyways, rank
But-
5%.
there. 5% rank with an extend very shortly coming up.
Yeah, but this stage
Nice.
gets really kind of hard. At least for a higher rank, it gets pretty hard.
Oh yeah, this is the wall.
Oh, you got your homies.
Okay, no more. I was wondering if you were going to SD again, but I guess at this point you're starting to grab some more resources.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm done with it. And
Okay.
you know, I actually
4 options. Perfect.
thought really hard about doing it one more time for the rank.
It
control.
was you were set up to do one, but yeah, you would have had to. That's the thing. You always had to make these decisions on the fly in these runs.
Do you usually do it
Just-
here, Fufu? Or
No.
do you...
No, I don't.
But you thought about it anyways.
I just
thinking,
thought,
why
the
not?
run's going so well, maybe one more time. You know what I mean?
Right,
'Cause
right.
I have
Yeah.
all of every single one of my deaths have been planned so far. So I was thinking maybe I should just keep it going, but nah, that was good.
Right. You were thinking if everything is going so well, you could squeeze out that little
It
more
is-
rank and
it's-
help you.
That's what's so great about Garegga is it's always slightly different. You always have decisions to make. It's never just exactly the same every time. Even with all my clears, I always have to think about what I want to do each time, depending on how
Yep.
I'm set up, how the run's looking, how I'm feeling.
It's
that kind of
definitely
stuff.
not just a memo game. Like
Yeah.
there's so much
Oh,
RNG
no.
at work.
No. Yeah. You have to dodge. You have to dodge.
And having homing here in this stage is just vital.
Massive. It's fucking
Yeah.
massive. Also, this remix is so hype. This is
yes, it
this
is.
is
I've
the
never
most-
heard this. Which one's this one?
It-
This is the
it's the
2016.
2016
oh, it's
remix.
2016. Gotcha.
The wall.
And
Okay,
this
wait,
is
whoa,
the
whoa,
most
whoa.
hype remix of like this stage I've ever heard.
Oh yeah,
Interesting.
you gotta bomb this one. Salty is the
two
only person I know
bombs.
that doesn't bomb this thing regularly.
Yeah, one thing I'm
It's not
noticing though
required.
is that you. No, I
No,
know.
I
but one
know,
thing I
but
noticed
it's
is that
just
you
terrifying.
Sit, you sit back further than I do. Like when you bomb this, I usually bomb and kind of go up and then end up getting myself into some weird situations. But you kind of sat back a little bit more. Is that like the flamethrowers just do enough damage when you're sitting back and do enough, or is that just more of like I don't want to get hit by anything or put myself in a weird position? Because I like rush up when I flame here.
I've noticed that sometimes if I'm way far up when I bomb
Yeah.
during the wall, that as soon as the flamethrower runs out, I'll have a bullet right in my face and it'll kill me. And that got annoying enough to the point that I just fall back a little more.
Okay,
Yeah.
and just keep it consistent. All right, got it.
And one reason to bomb that too is you get a ton of bombs in this section.
So
coming
this is
up.
You
where
do,
I end up
yes.
setting up my homing, by the way, is on those that you just picked up right after that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen that too.
I set them up here because I usually die once.
Yeah,
after-
and I'll get them
after
right there on those
Blackheart.
tanks a lot of times
Oh,
if I don't
wow.
have them.
Yeah, good deal. Avoiding again.
You
everything.
learn as you play the game more. You learn all the different little sections where you can set up homing.
So you've only picked up the one tiny small small shot, right? The one accidental small
Yes,
shot.
that was
And
the
it's-
only accidental thing I picked up.
And everything else has been big shots, which is 3 of them or 4. 3
You notice
or
your
4.
frame
four
rank has only
options.
gone up once from 22 to 24. At this point, I'm usually like at 44 or something crazy like that. still 10%. I think I usually
This is
end
a
up at
very
about.
difficult section for me, but homing does make it useful. Do you just freestyle this section, or do you actually have
Yes,
strats
freestyle.
here?
There's, and plus, I mean, there's you can't really, because of the RNG portion of like how the bullets get spread out, you can't like 100% know how you're going to route that area. And sometimes you'll notice that some tanks will shoot, sometimes they won't.
Yeah.
So you have to just be on your toes every time. That
I
you
like
run
to seal the jump from like hatch to hatch, sealing the tanks.
Yeah, I'm
if
noticing
possible,
he's
but
not sealing
you get chased off of
anything.
it.
Like
You get chased off of them
You're
occasionally.
just playing very solid dodging. Like no dodging mistakes. Like no like panic dodging. No like going up the side of the screen. Like always have your.
Oh yeah, that'll get you killed.
Yep. But right there, like this is the part where I start to panic and go up because I'm worried about stuff from behind and from the sides. And I'm like surprised. Like, do those tanks just not shoot? Like, from
Well,
the
homing
side
looks seems to be doing a lot of work. Oh, that was a little close.
but still, like, I get so scared of those tanks that are like anything that's on my same eye level, like for no reason. Like, I'm moving up, like, because I don't want to get sideswiped.
Yes, and he's already restored all those bombs.
Oh, yeah.
And I agree though, it's terrifying. Like those parts are super risky and scary. You just got to be on your toes.
See, I like to do the trick here where you sprite seal the big tanks.
Okay, you are gonna bomb here. I was trying to figure this out, what to do here.
There's a little trick you can do where if you just don't kill any of the tanks, there's so many sprites on screen that the third big tank doesn't spawn. And I like that.
I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Sprite limitation.
It's really,
sealing.
it's really consistent too.
Sprite sealing, new tech.
Yeah, it's and then a couple bombs for survival there is just
I
fine.
love homing options so much.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay, so you kill one side. Oh wow!
he
With
gets
this
both
low
sides.
rank, they're not even shooting.
Yeah, I get scared about going to that second side and getting
Yeah,
shot.
the second
low.
side I get shot usually. This guy's easy. I like fighting this guy. Again, not with pink bullets. I like fighting this guy. Not with whatever your hell you're doing. I don't know what's happening here. I can't see shit.
Salty again. He's one of the he goes man mode here and
Wait,
just doesn't
whoa!
doesn't
Why
bomb.
did you stop shooting for a long time there?
Oh, the boss health doesn't go down while you're shooting, while
It's
he's
rank.
setting up.
I
Probably
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Conserve just a
I
little bit.
legitimately
Sipping
didn't
that
know
rank.
that. Okay. And so here you seal the sides. Looks like you don't go over there.
There's a bunch of ways you can approach this
I get
boss. So
shot.
yeah, that's a
that
good
was smooth. I get shot.
Yeah, that
on
was-
the, I
that
go
was
to the
smooth.
sides and get shot sometimes. Okay, this part
one.
sucks.
I
Huh?
that
What the fuck was that? Can we see that again? Hold on. I hate this pattern so much. I immediately get panicked. So is this very specific? You're lining yourself up with that pixel right there, that pixel line, or is this
No.
freestyling?
So I'll let you know. With this boss and during this phase.
Yeah.
When he's gonna do like the massive spread shot, that he has a sound effect for it. He'll make that like quing quing kind of thing. Like
Right.
yeah, the metal sound.
go back just a little bit and you'll hear it
Okay.
when he's setting up for it. Or listen to him. Right there. That
it's
sound.
like that Gundam sound. Yeah.
Yes, that'll let you know that he's doing the mass spread. If he does that, you want to be in the middle, because the middle is a safe spot
See,
for that spread.
I'm aware
You're
of that.
talking about
There's
that
a safe
spread
spot there.
right
Yeah.
Right? The
Right
super
there,
fast
right
spread.
there.
The food super fast spread. Sorry. The like.
Yes. So
But I
if you
feel
hear
like I
that
always
sound,
get the
stay in the
overlap
middle.
from that spread and then the other slower spread, and then get fucked.
That may be a rank thing too.
Yeah, but look at this. Right now, like every other person on
That's-
the planet
that's a
is
bomb from me.
Panicking. There's 100 bullets coming at you. There's these two, this one's here. There's this wave, there's that one's coming straight. There's these, which I don't even know if those are aimed at you or not at you. And you just casually stepped over. Okay, all right.
You don't even specifically go after the side turrets. Okay, yeah, you're taking them out there. I love this part right here with the
Yeah,
arms.
this part's
So
fun if you have good power, and it's terrible if you don't.
Oh yeah.
It's just pure reflexes.
Yeah,
'cause
It's
it's
just
all
complete
RNG
fun.
bullets.
Although I will say, though, fast bullets do get me on this on occasion. The
Yeah,
ones
they
that are
very
super
very
duper fast.
occasionally it'll hit you with a scorcher.
Yeah,
Just one little bullet that just comes out of nowhere.
little fucking ultra fast.
It's super fun otherwise, and you just melt.
Well, I had one that came out from like on top of another slower bullet, like
overlapping bullets.
Yeah, overlapping. It wasn't like a visibility issue as much as it just hid. So now
I'm trying to get below 40% rank coming into Blackheart 2, and you're half that.
This with homing options is you just haven't died in a long time. I think is the biggest thing I'm noticing is that you just haven't died in a while.
I could be at lower rank if I had done another SD.
Laughing. But what I mean to say is that like you've just made these homing options your home. They're your homing options, if you will.
If I can manage to keep homing, this part's actually not that bad with homing.
With homing, it's not that bad.
It's like
there's if you stay you did it perfectly. If you just stay on the one side, it's actually not that bad. Even at higher rank, there's like kind of like a little bit.
Oh yeah, you didn't scroll to the right. Oh, slightly.
Yeah. See that thing will shoot you the instant it's on screen.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, like that.
It's still shooting.
You can see that I'm being careful.
Yeah. I've died from greed there, trying to get those last couple of bomb fragments.
Man, this is such a good track.
So we're coming up on my first unintentional death. Finally.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Well, you've got an extend coming up, and Blackheart 2.
Oh, pumping that auto fire up all the way up to max.
Wait, did you just do that? Yeah, you
just did it.
Okay, you just did it. Yeah.
I usually only go to 15, but I'm starting now that I've actually.
Wait, I thought that it was proven that 30 is less powerful for golden bat.
It's okay.
I did the testing for it, and I felt like
it's very fuzzy.
Is it fuzzy?
There are some advantages.
Like
there are some advantages to 30
okay.
that I learned from Batrider, and that's anything destructible. Anything destructible, and if there's anything blocking your bullets, 30 hertz will give you more damage output. But the thing is, you have to be careful about your bullets.
Example.
Yes,
Blackheart 2 mines. Okay.
Yes, because then and Batrider you can go all the way up to 60. But the thing you have to be careful of is if your bullets clump up, then you are going to be doing slightly less damage than if you do 15. The thing about 15 is you have a perfect line
spread.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also 30 is going to give you more rank. See that frame rank jumped from like 20 something all the way to 88.
See how he's never standing exactly below those. Yeah, that's smart. This is a man who's played this game for 8 years.
Oh, and sticking with homing, I do not like using homing on Blackheart 2, but it's very risky.
I like the way it's basically sealing one of the mine sides though.
The reason that I stick with homing is that if I manage to with it, it's really useful for the final boss.
Oh, you messed up the winder. That's fair. That's just nerves. That's nothing. That's nobody's fault. All right, cool. So now you have 2 lives. You just got one. Actually, accidental SD was perfect because you just got an extend.
Yeah, very nice. Man, Blackheart just gone before he.
Yeah, what the heck? You didn't have to do that.
Melted it.
I love it.
Yep. Low rank.
See, here's the thing with the 30 hertz.
Just 2 sidewinders.
That's crazy.
See how the bolts are clumping up there? That's one of the reasons I don't like using 30 hertz personally.
All right, here we go. Final boss of the game, phase 1.
25% rank, very, very low.
Honest dodging. That's actually not a hard dodge, but with no pink bullets, it seemed a lot harder.
Yeah.
I have a harder time with that one than the next pattern, so I usually bomb it.
Yeah. No, I mean,
that one.
You're just wasting all your not wasting, but you're just like evacuating your bomb bay.
Oh man, destructible bullets and lightning. That's not too bad. Ooh, that lightning.
That was really scary.
It was scary. They came in low. That was a really bad angle.
But now I'm so happy. I'm so happy with these 2 weapons.
Yeah, but the problem is that you can still always lose to that final phase, which is just crazy to me.
Glow Squid randomly picks from any of like 4 or 5 different turrets, and he shoots after he's dead like that. Destructible bullets is the one you always want. All right, here we go. The final Glow Squid 2.
I can't believe you're here with 2 extends.
2 lives in the bank, man. That's like, you got to be feeling good at that point.
I was.
Can confirm.
Using the just squished you in the corner
but
there.
Here I'd be panicking. I'd be freaking panicking here. Like those lives
the side strategy
is
not guaranteed.
No, I actually gave up on the sides. I used it for my first few clears, then I've moved away from the side strategy.
Oh, you almost died while bombing right there. It didn't matter. Like I just want everyone to. Yeah, no, I don't care. You do have a life, but like this bomb right here.
It was so close.
Oh wow! I didn't even see that.
Can we have a look at that?
See that.
Can we have a look at that?
And you can see that it was destroyed by the bomb activation.
Yeah, they came out
so close.
just on time. Oh, I saw it. I want to watch it again because it was such a fun train wreck to watch. I love it. I love this. This is my favorite part of shmup analysis. Boom! Look at that!
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Dude, you had the fucking Daigo moment right there. Evo moment 72. Fucking parried. Get the fuck out of here. You're not taking my last life. That's mine. I earned that. I could have SD'd earlier. Now I feel stupid. Could have made my rank even lower.
That's awesome.
Was an incredibly... Like, BB said it. He was trying to comment on your video, but I don't know what your YouTube video is like. Sif farming, everyone's like, no, you may not comment. You cannot do anything. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about what you need to say about this. This is for me. But he was saying on Discord that this was a very clinical, well executed clear, and I could not agree more. Like, wow.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Wow.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I mean, even when you were like, oh, this is my first mistake, it like wasn't. I mean, yes, technically.
Yeah, no mistakes up until the second to last boss of the game.
No mistakes up until a winder, which, yeah, sure, like, I practiced a winder, and, like, it should be free, but the amount of nerves at that point, it's not even a mistake, really. It's just, like, the first time you got hit, you know? That's crazy. And your score isn't even really that bad, actually. It is really low, but it's like, fascinatingly... Yeah, no, but it's just fascinating. It's like, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, the classic.
Yeah. Shinji Hosoe is smiling. Over there, playing the tunes. Oh, hello, PlayStation. That was. I like the other flamingos here. That was awesome. Wow. So to recap, no options until the big plane Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Homing set up on, the shots are relegated to a handful of the big shot icons, the first of which is the SD on Madball, and then subsequently in stage 3, right prior to the mid-boss on the right side on the line of power-ups. And then I don't remember where your next one was, but at that point, it sort of like the run had kind of taken hold at that point, because you were just like running through stage 3 and 4 and all of 5 really, with no options. Got 2 options to fight Blackheart with, just 2.
Which, by the way, it's not a requirement. Like, you could go and grab a couple of options a little earlier if you wanted to, and still have pretty low rank by the end. But,
yeah, I just
people
felt
taking
like 1.
I just felt like it wasn't. I didn't need it. I didn't feel like I needed the options. Like, it didn't particularly make anything that much easier.
That's right. So you had the 2 options there. Those were your first 2 options right at the end of Slayer, and you set up the homing for after Blackheart, and then you picked up your 3rd option at the beginning of stage 6, which got you homing options. You picked up a 4th one subsequently right after that. Then you avoided every icon that you could, other than small bombs, and rocked through like the whole rest of the game, basically. You didn't die until Blackheart 2 after that.
Yep.
So
that was the first unintentional death.
So you missed stage 6.
Yes.
With homing options and low rank. So how many SDs did you do for the entire run? Let's think about this. You did 1 in stage 2.
I think it was 4.
It was
you got 4 extends. You got 5 total extends.
You did 1 in stage 2, 2 in stage 3, correct? Because 1 scoring and 1 non-scoring. Or no?
You do have SD'd 5 times.
Right. I'm just trying to like count them up. So there was definitely 1 in stage 2.
6 times.
There's definitely one. There's definitely 1 in stage 2.
I thought it was 4 for some reason.
You start off with 2 lives. Then you gained 5 additional.
So
and then you ended with 1.
We'll just run it through. We'll just run it through real quick. So stage 2, you did your first SD right here.
Stage 2 is 1 SD, 100%.
Yep, right there on Madball, and that's where you got your first shot.
Stage 3 is 1 SD.
It's just 1.
Yeah, right before the hover.
So you
tank.
got So you got this extend, and then you SD'd once. Oops, sorry, jumped way too far ahead. And you SD'd once here. Right here, to then get the next extend. So that's 2 so far. 1 in stage 2, 1 in stage 3. Stage 4, none.
Yeah, one at the beginning of stage 5.
None in stage 4. Correct?
Yeah, I don't think I SD'd in stage 4.
Yeah, none in stage 4.
Yeah.
1 at the beginning of 5. That's 3.
And then another one at the end of stage 5.
That's 1.
Right there, against Nose Laughing.
Yeah.
Yep. So that was 2 there. So 5 total so far. Wait, hold on. 1 in stage 2. I've lost count because I'm an idiot. 0 in stage 1. 1 at the end of stage 2. 1 in stage 3. 0 in stage 4. So that's 2 thus far. Then 2 in stage 5. That's 4.
Yeah, so it's 4 SDs. It's 4 SDs.
Oh, SD. Okay, SDs and not total deaths. Okay.
No, yeah. We have killed ourselves 4 times, and then we no miss
And
stage.
it could have been 5. Could have been 5 SDs.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then died once for Blackheart and once on Glow Squid, or is it twice on Glow
Right.
Squid?
Those unintentional deaths, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Once on each.
Once on each.
Yeah, once on each.
Once on each of the 2 final bosses, which are pretty much
6
back to
total
back.
deaths.
Wow. Yeah, 6 deaths, 4 suicides, and like you said, 1 life for safety, which I think is totally fair if you want to really guarantee that clear on Glow Squid. Because I mean, you did it pretty casually, but Glow Squid can just take 3 lives.
It could have been really bad, 100%.
Being on Glow Squid 2 without lives is not something you want to experience.
Not at all. Because RNG can fuck you in so many ways.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Blackheart 2 is like that too. He can shove out some insanely annoying patterns.
He can get stuck
overlapping.
at the top of the screen in the invulnerability zone. He can body slam you all the way at the bottom of the screen. The overlapping patterns, the death patterns, if you take too long to kill him, like yeah.
That was awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining and walking through your clear. Is there anything else you wanted to kind of note about it? I mean, I think this is rad, and this needs to be out there with some commentary. So I'm really glad you came up to the channel to do this. And Shanop, thanks for providing your expertise as well. I mean, and it sounds like even you were surprised by some of the rank and some of the strats. Which I'm just happy to put this out there. And hopefully more people see it. But Fufu, do you have anything else you wanted to say about the clear and like how you feeling after?
Yeah, I just wanted to let people know that if you don't like chain meddling, this is an option for you. Like you can see here that it is perfectly viable. Rank is perfectly low, not an issue whatsoever, and you don't have to chain metals. So here it is if you're too frustrated by it.
Let me ask you. I agree with you, and I want to try this strat. I'm super excited that you brought this to my attention and did this and we talked about it because I want to try this. I really badly today want to try this. I'm excited, but here's the thing that happens with me, Fufu. Here's what happens. I will try your strat. I will end up accidentally picking up a medal or an option or something early or something late. Like, what would you say is the your guiding sort of principles on all right, I picked up an option too early. That's probably a reset. I accidentally picked up a small medal or a small shot. What do you let slide and play the run out? And what do you say nope, that is not the way, we have to reset?
Sure. So if you pick up an option early and you're near an SD, I let it slide because options are not a permanent rank increase whatsoever.
I just didn't know
if
that.
you pick Yeah, if you just pick up an option, then you kill yourself, and then don't pick up the option, then it wasn't in ranking.
Yeah, it's per bullet that they shoot.
Oh, wow. Okay, makes sense.
So pretty much what I was looking at for resets was if I had any permanent rank increase very early in the game. If that happened, I just reset immediately.
What falls under that category?
Permanent rank increases are picking up a small shot power up, which increases your shot power. If it actually increases your shot power to the next level with a small shot power up, it increases your rank permanently.
Yeah, your frame rank goes up by that.
Yeah.
I think I only get one small power.
So if you picked up some accidental small medals and accidentally started a chain in stage 2 while you were trying to dodge a ton of bullets, what would you do? Would you reset?
I'd keep going. That's not a big deal.
Okay.
I would just ignore the chain as if it didn't happen.
Okay. Is there any rank like benchmarks? So if you look up at stage 4, you're playing. Maybe you made some mistakes, right? Maybe the mistakes are adding up. You look up in stage 4 and you have, I don't know, 10 or something percent. Do you go like fuck it or anything like that? Like what's like, because it sounds like you were. I mean, you were trying to. You were like below 10 all the way through the first 4 stages, roughly.
I usually plan out my resets based on how accurate my SDs were. So if I had like an unintentional death that caused me to like miss out on like 4% or 3% of rank control, then I usually just reset because that's too annoying in my head to like play out the rest of it, knowing that it's going to be like a massive amount of rank control that I missed out on, basically.
So does that basically mean that your rank graph is lower than 5% and you SD'd, thereby, like it's at 3% and you, not SD, but you died. Let's say it's at 3%, you died, you're like, oh, it goes down to 0, but that 3% could have been 5 before I died.
Yeah, it's
but
wasted,
if it's like,
wasted
but if it's like 7 and you died, you're kind of like, all right, fine, I got the full, I got the full, you know, value of my, I got the full burger, I'm good, all the fixings.
Yes.
Interesting.
And honestly, if that happened once to me, like let's say that I was like at 3% and I died to a stray bullet, if it just happened like one time, I would probably still play. Yeah, I do still play it out on some of the attempts. Like I still play it out. But if it happens twice, I'm way too annoyed at that point and I reset.
Got it.
Other stuff is like forgetting about flamingos, like because that's something that will happen if you play enough.
If you wait too late, or too early, or like whatever, like if
you might just be in the zone and forget about flamingos whatsoever, and then I noticed, because I mean that's so many points, it's not worth.
Yeah, you got to get those.
Going through. Yeah, permanent rank increases, unintentional deaths that really mess up the rank control. That's it. Those are my resets right there.
And then I guess once you get to stage sort of 5 and beyond, it's like just keep playing. Why not?
Yeah, just keep playing. Just keep playing.
That's me with Garegga at every time. If I get to stage 5, I play out the run. Like I don't care if I've messed everything up at that point. Like it gets a little frustrating when you
comebacks.
Yeah, well that's the thing. That gets really frustrating for me when you end up playing really well with high rank. And then you just can't fight back the tide in like stage 6, like with the tank section. Because it's just like when you have 45 or something, it's just crazy, and it's like you feel like through no fault of your own that like you're doing reasonably good as a reading and dodging player, but you're just not you can clearly tell that the rank control is the thing that is going to prevent you from getting to like Blackheart 2 or further or whatever like that. That is a little frustrating, but it's always good experience just to do those stages even with high rank, because then when you get them with low rank, you're like, oh shit, that's a little less stressful. It's not too bad.
Oh yeah.
No, thank you so much for coming through. I mean, I really appreciate it. I love this that you just you had the time to step away and talk about this clear, because I do think it's a super important one, and I hope most people see it and can at least see, because honestly, like watching you play this, I mean, and you guys get home, like put your thoughts in the comments. Like, were there a lot of crazy, Jamers fighting Hibachi level dodges that like y'all saw? Because what I saw was very clean. There's a couple close calls, but you're always going to have a few, but like very clean strat without anything where you're like, oh, here's where you have to cut through like 17 bullets perfectly. Like it was very much like, hey, here, this is what I'm, view and react, and very smooth sailing with that low rank. Very like, here's the way to put it. I'm trying to find the word for it, but I think I found it. It was a very consistent level of skill throughout the run. Like it wasn't like one part of the run you had to suddenly be Jamers, and the next part of the run you didn't do shit and you could play like me. It was like a very consistent. You had to be on, but not amazing, and you could never be off. But you could never be off because you always had low power. So it was like a very interesting, like smooth. It was like smooth Garegga. Billy D. Williams does battle Garegga. But yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'm curious if people see this, hear this, what your thoughts are in the game, and thank our homie Fufu for coming through on the channel. And you guys need to get home and get your low rank strats going, and everyone needs to clear Garegga. I'm definitely gonna try this. I want to give this a shot because the dodging here I could do. The stuff that I had to do in time to time I could not. So I think I can absorb some of this at least and try this. If I can do it, if I can be a disciple, I can spread the good word of the low rank.
Thank you for having me on. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks, Chanat, for joining, tagging along with your vast Garegga knowledge. Well, are you gonna? Do you think you'll try this? Maybe Chanat?
See, I've already gone down the scoring rabbit hole, and once you're in that rabbit hole, there's no.
You need
going
the big
back.
medals. You need the big fat medals.
Yeah, I can't.
Straight street. Okay, yeah.
I'm setting my ways at this point with this game.
You chose Fufu blue collar, right? He was like, it's fine. It's the only thing that I need, right? It's fine. I got rice. I got chicken. We're good. And you got a Hummer.
Yeah,
So
I'm in the bathroom
point,
snorting lines.
That's right.
Grabbing all these medals.
Yeah, you're
Going
happy
wild.
you're happy if you don't drown yourself in accidentally in expensive vodka before the night is over. So,
Yeah.
But hey, Fufu, are you gonna be playing more Garegga?
Probably only sporadically. I don't think that I'm gonna push for anything in particular on it right now.
Perfect. All right. Well, hey, catch FufuChicken, twitch.tv/FufuChicken. You've got it here. You can see it on the screen. Catch Chinop Bliss. I say Chinop and pause there because it's twitch.tv/Chinop. The O-list is silent. And yeah, catch me and others on the next Blind Kumite. We're actually going to do a really fun one with a couple of new players. So see that on the channel coming up next. And catch y'all later.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.